All right then, I'll move us along to our next speaker. It's a panda. Whenever you're ready.
Furries are something we're all familiar with. From the wolves to the bunnies, we all can relate to the furry fandom in some way. But considering everything, are furries getting better reputation in this modern age? I personally believe so. There's good and bad people in every fandom, influencing the mindsets of the people they interact with in a good and bad way. But I believe that the good outweighs the bad. At the start of the fandom's popularity, the furry fandom was mainly ridiculed for being sex-hungry creep. But now the furries are not only warm and welcoming people, but they also do many things for the good of the world. Not only do they show kindness and compassion to the people they meet without judgment, they also raise a bunch of money for charity. In 2007 alone, the Midwest Fur Fest community raised $10,000 in US currency towards wildlife preservation. According to Wikipedia as well, at Midwest Fur Fest alone, the countless number of charity events they hosted brought over $400,000 for countless charities. Anthrocon, the biggest convention for furries in the world, has raised a little over $300,000. These numbers are since 2016, so it's only going up and showing that the furry fandom are a bunch of nice people. The furry fandom is the most kind and thoughtful fandom I've had the privilege to be with. Just in Furry Valley alone, I've met countless great people, and that changed my life for the better. Simba, Paco, a lot of people in this server showed me that I don't have to be scared to be me. I can freely speak what I want to, how I want to. In conclusion, I personally believe that the furry fandom's reputation is getting better. There are bad examples of the furry fandom. You can say that about any fandom, honestly. There are good and bad people, but the furry fandom is trying its best to open its arms and be a better community. Thank you.
Thank you, Panda. This guy knows how to win debates. Talk about how lovely Paco is. Genius. Plenty of questions for you, Panda. No, he doesn't matter. I'm the one who you have to big up. Vukara.
My question is, throughout many different groups that have dealt with just as much hatred as our fandom has, like for example the LGBTQ, now people see it as great respect and don't really go against it. There are some, but most don't. How do you think of our fandom we could find a way to earn that much powerful respect?
I believe we just need to be, just like the LGBT community, we need to be more open and understanding in our own community. Like, people hating on other people will only brew even more hate. So what we need to do is open our arms and just welcome and be happy.
Right then. Well, we've had all four of our speakers. So what I'll now do is I'll open the floor more generally to questions and shorter speeches. But we do have a few. Kashi, you've already given a speech. Fusion?
My only question is, like, because I want to go back to the topic of the whole LGBT thing. Is that all right?
Okay. Yes.
A lot of people don't know this, but I personally am actually trans, and I don't see how a furry and the LGBT community are similar. With LGBT, like, I understand furries want to be recognized as I am one, and I understand that when it comes to being a furry, you know, you want to be out there, show all this about you, but I feel like the challenges that furries have to face are not as difficult as those of the LGBT community. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you for your perspective. We have some more short speeches that want to be given. Vukara, who is actually responsible for the inception of this idea of short speeches at the end, by the way. Right, whenever you're ready, Vu.
First off, as for the topic of NSFW with the furry fandom, honestly, with the many things they involve, like inflation, war, all that, there's actually a lot more out there that don't even involve furries, just illustrated characters. And as for involving that with the fandom, I believe whatever goes behind the doors between 2 or 1 people interested in that is nobody's business to judge. That's all.
Right, thank you very much, Lou. Ulrich, you have a short speech you'd like to.
So basically, we have people doing horrible things to animals. We have people breaking the law. We have people being killed for being furries, and all of that shit. And I know it makes the furry fandom look pretty bad, but that's like an inside look, because I've actually found out that people from outside know furries only as a little bit weird people. I did this in public. I did it at my school. I'm a very public furry, and I really come to a lot of acceptance. And when I go about then talking to other people and say that I have drama within my fandom, they don't know things like that. That's quite interesting. We as a fandom look way more better to the outside than we think we do. And I just wanted to say that.
Right then. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Honestly, you guys are what makes these successful. Right then.
Especially thank you to our new members who haven't been to one before.
Pleasure to meet you all. Yeah. Our debate next week is going to be on is it a good thing that the world is becoming more and more connected thanks to the internet? So yeah, if you'd like to speak on that, we'll be putting a post out soon for you to react to. You can also send me a PM. If you have any motion suggestions, send them to me in PM as well. They will be thrown in the poll and they might get debated.